Diversity is key. How many times have you heard this one, guys? What the hell do those people even mean? I'm gonna try and break that down for you. I'm gonna try and break down, if you're a private land guy, how to create that diversity to a certain extent, or at least what to look for if you're gonna buy some property, or if you're the public land guy, what to look for, and so that we can figure out what's going on in the deer woods and ultimately have better opportunities at hunting deer. So when we think of diversity, a lot of guys are thinking about this on a very generalized, they have a very generalized outlook of diversity. Oh, it has a pond. Oh, it has timber. Oh, it has field. Yeah, that's diversity, but we need to really focus on the diversity within those diverse locations to kind of hone in on where we need to be hunting or where we need to be improving our property, depending whether you're the public or private land guy. So when it comes to diversity, we could go a lot of different ways with this, but in this given spot that we're standing in right now, we got a lot of willow brush, we have a hay field, we have good softwood cover, we have a little bit of everything. And then that brings me to the point of different types of timber diversity. So to me personally, if I had a property that I was looking to hunt and or buy or improve upon, I want to see diversity within the oak, the oak, I guess, sphere, we'll call it. I want numerous different types of oaks so that when I go hunting throughout the season, there's a palatable food source throughout that season. The red oaks are generally more palatable later in the season, the white oaks a little bit earlier, and in between with a lot of your different subspecies. So there, in our hardwood setting, would be an opportunity or an example of diversity within timber, which is next to hay, which is next to cover. Let's go to the food source side of things, guys. So we talked about timber a little bit, just diversity within that timber that can hopefully help feed and nourish your deer throughout the season. Let's go to the food plotting and or crop field scenario on a given property. What makes a given place or food source diverse? Here's one thing that I really but I go out of my way to tell clients is that you need palatable food source that is a destination food source throughout every step of the season, assuming we have the acreage for it. So what does that mean? It means that you need diversity. So something like soybeans early in the season that is overseeded with a green blend that has clover within it that will come back in the spring. But it also has your radishes, which are super attractive in October. So now we've covered September, we've covered October. Now we get into November, we have purple top turnips, we have the white daikon radishes, like I mentioned, your brassicas, super attractive in November. And now we go back, we have those soybeans in December that are super attractive. And they're gonna stay attractive through January, February, as long as they're standing, if we have enough of it. And then that clover comes back up. That's diversity. That's having food during every single step of the season. So when in doubt, you don't know what food plot to plant or what food plot to hunt over or what crop field to hunt over, pick the one that has the most diversity. And that's what I look for as far as diversity goes within food. Cover, as far as diversity goes, I'm going to be honest with you, we're standing next to one of my favorite types of bedding areas with the willow brush. You tend to get a little bit of honeysuckle mixed in there. Those are the types of things that I'm looking for along with warm season grasses. It's not just warm season grasses. It's not just cool season grasses. It's pockets of red osier dogwood brush. It's pockets of willow brush. And notice I keep saying pockets, okay? So you've heard so many times on the internet, we need to go and plant switchgrass for bedding or whatever the case might be. But if there's no diversity within it, pockets, structure, nests to house these deer, where are they gonna bed? Nobody knows, making the hunting way less predictable. So now let's say we're creating the ultimate bedding area, looking for the ultimate bedding area to hunt. I'm looking for something with the warm season, cool season grasses, the willow islands, the high points, and as far as topography goes, islands in swamp country, the lone tree out in the marsh, looking for the red osier dogwood brush, places where there's pockets. Any one structure of cover is too monotonous. We need diversity. So going back to what makes a piece of timber diverse, one, age class is obviously super important, but food sources that are palatable within that timber that keep those deer there throughout the entire season. Going back to the food plotting side of things, or destination food sources that we're looking to hunt over, whether it's on private or public, I want something that's palatable during every step of the season. so that the deer can stay there all season. We have better odds of killing deer that way. And as far as cover goes, guys, I'm looking for more diversity, different types of structure, different islands, not just monocultures, not just one thing. I'm looking for the warm season grasses, the cool season grasses, the willow brush, the red osier dogwood brush, and everything else in between. I need pockets of cover, not just any one type of cover. So when it comes to diversity, guys, we all talk about it, but those are truly the things that I'm honing in on and looking at in detail when it comes to diversity.